So when I was a kid, I always heard that phrase, good things come to those who wait. But for me, it was like, good things come to those who wait, but those good things turn into awesome things when you have them immediately. And that is how I have always lived my life. And when I was 5 years old, my greatest love was sausages. Not that kind of sausage yet. But I loved sausages. I would dream about sausages every night. And every morning I would wake up and I would be like, hey, Ma, can I have sausages? And she's like, no sausage. Sunday you can have sausage. And it was every single morning. And then one Sunday, on Sundays I'd get me a belly full of Bob Evans sausage, so it's all good. But one Sunday morning, earlier than usual, I could hear my mom and my grandma cooking in the kitchen. I shot out of bed, and I'm like, "Do you have my sausages?" And my mom was like, "No. Auntie and uncle are coming for brunch. We are going to make dosa and coconut chutney. You want?" I'm like, ew, that's vegetarian food. I'm like, no, I want sausages. It's Sunday. I want sausages. Have some cereal. You want a frosted flake? You have frosted flake. It's good. You have frosted flake. Any other day, that would have been fine, because the sugar rush would have been awesome. But I was like, I need my frickin' sausages. And I just lost it. I just passed out on the floor of the kitchen, and I'm like, I just want sausages. Do you understand? I just want sausages. And so I'm a total brat. I'm on the floor, and so and I have two older sisters. She calls my middle sister, and she's like, Indu, come make some sausage for Vijay. and Indu's like, oh, I'm reading, Mom. And my mom looks like she's about to let her go, and I'm like, she's just reading the comics, Mom. She's like, Indu, come, make her sausage. So my sister comes from the living room, and she takes the Bob Evans out of the freezer, and she looks at me on the floor, and she's like, if you eat this, you're a cannibal. And I'm like, if you don't make it, you're a cannonball too. So she cranks up this huge cast iron skillet on high. She throws the frozen links in, and I can hear them sizzling, and I can start to smell that buttery, meaty aroma. And I pop up and are they ready? She's like, no, you piglet. They're frozen. It's gonna take 10 minutes. So I was like, okay, I've gotta figure out how to occupy myself. So I will sing, twinkle, twinkle, little sausage. How I wonder how you sausage. Sausages, I love my sausages. 'Cause it tastes so good. I sang this to my sister 5 times, and she's like, will you just leave me alone? So I walk out of the kitchen, and I go to find my dad and my sister in the living room, my sister Shanti, and she's doing her homework on the floor. My dad is reading the Washington Post. He's hanging out on the sofa. And I'm like, hey. And my sister ignores me, and my dad's like, hi, bitch, what? Yeah, hi. And I go, Daddy? He's like, uh-huh. Sausages, I love my sausages, 'cause they taste so good. Okay, that's great. Now leave. So I come back to the kitchen, and I'm like, are they ready? And Indu's just like, will you stop bugging me? Just go, fine, go ahead, just take them, just eat them, go ahead. And she'd been frying them on the pan, and there was a pot, a cover, so that she wouldn't get the oil on herself. And so I just shoved my hand into the pot, and then the top of the lid just kind of seared into my skin, and I screamed. And then I started to see this big red snake-like burn form on my hand, and it started to bubble and boil. And my dad came in, and he rushed me to the sink, and I passed out from the pain. But then I woke up, And I was lying on the couch with my dad, and my dad was just like, "Are you okay, baby? Are you okay?" And I was just crying. And my dad, like, he can't handle when his kids cry. My mom is just like, whatever, walk it off. But my dad really, really would get upset anytime any of us were sick. And he's just like, what can I do? What do you want? What do you want? Like, I look up at my dad, my savior, and I'm like, Smarties. Daddy, I really want Smarties. And so he's like, Shanti, go get your sister Smarties. No. So we live right across from a 7-Eleven. So Shanti goes and she gets me like a paper brown bag full of Smarties, of those little rolls of Smarties. And I'm just like, sitting. Now I'm like the queen. I'm the queen of the fucking house. And I'm on the sofa. I'm all propped up. My wounded hand is here. And I'm just slowly untwisting each one of those things. And I realized, this is like taking too long. So I was like, I'm going to untwist them all and dump them into the bag. So I can just be like a bonbon eating fool. So I dumped them all in the bag, and then I put them right next to next to me on the floor when I'm lying on the sofa. And my sister Shanti's like, "Hey, can I have some?" So I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So she puts her hand in. At the same time, I'm pulling my hand out, and she pops the blister. And I scream again. And I'm like, "Daddy, Shanti popped the blister!" So then he picks me up, he takes me to the bathroom, he sits me like on the top of the toilet, and he's looking at this now. And it is like, the skin is peeled, it's white, it's like deflated, I'm sorry, it's gross. It's deflated and white, and like underneath I can see red, like the redness of, she's so freaked out right now, the redness of the flesh. And my dad, he could have taken me to a hospital, but he's an electrical engineer, therefore he knows first aid. And so he takes a bottle of rubbing alcohol, opens it, and just pours it on me to disinfect. I completely pass out. And I wake up in my parents' room, and I'm just lying in the bed, and like there's something wrapped around my hand. And my grandma is with me now, and she's just singing songs to me in Tamil, and she's just patting me like a baby. And she sees me awake, and she's like, Vijay, do you want something? And I just look at her and I go, I really want a sausage. Thank you.